Hey fellow gardeners, before we dive into today's soil transforming secrets, make sure you hit that subscribe button and, drop a comment below if you've ever struggled with tired, lifeless soil. This video is going to change the way you think about soil health forever. Forget waiting months for compost to break down or spending a fortune on chemical fertilizers. Today, I'm revealing the Humus Hack, a method that can revive your soil almost instantly and, honestly, supercharge your garden's productivity. Soil is alive. Most gardeners understand that in theory, but in practice we often treat it like dirt, something to plant seeds in and hope for the best. The reality is that healthy soil is a bustling ecosystem of microorganisms, fungi, and beneficial bacteria that literally feed your plants from below. When this microbial network is depleted, even the best seeds struggle to thrive. That's where the Humus Hack comes in. It's about creating the ideal environment for these microbes to flourish immediately, giving your garden a jump start without months of waiting. The first step in this process is understanding what humus actually is. Humus is the dark, rich, fully decomposed organic matter in your soil. It is the final product of composting, but unlike regular compost, humus is stable and incredibly nutrient-dense. It not only stores nutrients but also provides an ideal habitat for soil microbes. The more humus your soil contains, the more resilient and productive it becomes. What most gardeners don't realize is that you don't need to create perfect humus in your compost pile to benefit. By strategically introducing concentrated humus into your beds, you can revive microbial activity almost instantly. One of my favorite ways to do this is by making a humus extract or tea. Take 1 part high-quality humus or fully decomposed compost and mix it with 10 parts water. Let it steep for 24 hours with occasional stirring. The water will extract nutrients and microbial life from the humus, creating a liquid that is essentially a microbial tonic for your soil. Pour this mixture directly onto your garden beds or around the base of your plants. You'll notice an immediate improvement in soil structure and plant vigor. If you're dealing with particularly poor soil, you can increase the concentration to 1 part humus to 5 parts water for a more potent boost. But the Humus Hack doesn't stop there. To truly awaken dormant microbes, you need to provide them with a source of energy. This is where simple, inexpensive organic inputs come into play. Things like crushed banana peels, diluted molasses, or leftover vegetable scraps act as a quick energy source for beneficial bacteria. Mix these into your humus tea, using about 1 tablespoon of molasses per liter of tea, or a handful of finely chopped vegetable scraps per gallon. When applied to the soil, these ingredients fuel microbial growth, effectively multiplying the population and activity of beneficial organisms in a matter of days. In addition to liquid applications, you can also use humus in a dry top-dressing approach. Spread a thin layer, roughly ½ an inch thick, of finely decomposed humus over your garden beds and gently work it into the topsoil. This method is particularly effective for established gardens because it introduces both nutrients and microbes without disturbing plant roots. Over the next few weeks, you'll notice your soil becoming softer, darker, and more crumbly, a clear sign that microbial life is flourishing. Another powerful technique within the Humus Hack is the microbial bridge. This involves combining humus with other organic amendments that support different microbial communities. For example, mixing humus with leaf mold or well-rotted manure at a 1-to-1 ratio and incorporating it into the soil can create a highly diverse microbial environment. Different microbes perform different functions. Some break down organic matter, others fix nitrogen, while some suppress harmful pathogens. By offering a variety of food sources and habitats, you essentially create a thriving ecosystem right in your backyard. Timing also matters. Apply the humus tea or dry humus top dressing during early morning or late afternoon when soil temperatures are moderate. Avoid applying it during the heat of the day, as UV rays can damage microbial populations. In wetter climates, applying after a gentle rain can help microbes settle and integrate quickly into the soil. Even in drier regions, lightly watering after application ensures that microbes are active and ready to start feeding your plants. The beauty of the Humus Hack is that it's scalable. Whether you're tending a few raised beds or managing an entire vegetable garden, you can adjust the quantities to fit your needs. For instance, a single raised bed measuring 4 by 8 feet might only need a gallon of humus tea applied twice a month, while a larger garden can be treated with 5 to 10 gallons spread across the beds. The goal is consistent, incremental feeding to maintain high microbial activity rather than one massive application that might overwhelm the system. Finally, the results speak for themselves. Gardeners who consistently use the Humus Hack notice faster germination, healthier foliage, and higher yields. Plants become more resilient to pests and diseases because the soil itself is doing much of the defensive work. Instead of reacting to garden problems, you're preventing them by keeping your soil biologically alive and thriving. Over time, you'll find that your need for synthetic fertilizers diminishes because your soil is efficiently recycling its own nutrients, powered by a bustling microbial community. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more advanced, practical gardening techniques, and share this with your fellow gardeners so they can also transform their soil. Drop a comment below telling me about your soil challenges or your success stories with humus and soil revival. I read every single one and love learning from your experiences. By embracing the Humus Hack, you're not just feeding plants, you're reviving the very life of your soil. This method bridges the gap between theory and practice, giving both beginners and experienced gardeners a powerful, immediate way to boost garden productivity. Healthy soil is the foundation of a thriving garden, and with humus as your secret weapon, your plants and your harvest will thank you.